With the release of Star Trek Online's new season, that being Star Trek Online Unveiled, it makes sense that at least some of the devs would be going around to the various Trek media outlets to do some interviews. So here we have Thomas Marrone, who has done an interview with Trek Central. In this interview, he talks about various things. First off, reminisces about getting the Enterprise F into Star Trek Picard thanks to Dave Blass. He reminisces about the Heritage Bundle, which I mean we're all still buzzing off that high because that was just a crazy ship release. He also goes over the remaster of the Stargazer class, which I talked about in the last video. Also goes over the Pathfinder class, which also got into Star Trek Picard. Again, thank you to Dave Blass. And then goes over some of the new content coming to the game, mainly some of the new ships, like including the Garrett class, which is this year's anniversary event ship, which is the latest Alliance, Kittimer Alliance ship. It's based off the Galaxy class, so it's a much more Federation inspired ship compared to some of the past ones that we've seen from the Kittimer Alliance. But the reason I'm talking about this article today is that we've also got some news about some upcoming ships, or at least one upcoming ship, the Ark Royal. Now, this isn't exactly an announcement. Thomas teased the Ark Royals like a few months ago at this point, so this isn't exactly new. But what is new is that in this interview, he also shows off the alt skin for the ship. This is another skin that will be coming with the Ark Royal. They're calling this the Kitty Hawk class.
Kitty Hawk? That reveal doesn't make any sense!
I'm kidding, I swear. I just wanted to put a Lower Decks joke in here. It is a Picard era variant of the Ark Royal. This is a really cool looking ship. Honestly, I'm not like a huge fan of the Picard era design style, but this works really well. Also, the first thing I noticed when I saw this image is Thomas put a pod on it, Marrone strikes again. I love putting a pod on a ship, so I'm glad to see that tradition is still continuing. On the live stream that he and Bordicus did with Ambassador Kale, he did mention that the upcoming anniversary bundle, the 15th anniversary bundle, is going to be entirely made up of TMP era ships, which is why we're getting this ship, which is a TMP era ship. But he also wanted to make sure that each ship had a contemporary skin, so something that would be something ranging between the TNG era to the modern Stowe era. So that's why we're also getting this this Picard era skin. So you that way you can kind of have something that fits into the 25th century aesthetic, so you don't feel kind of like a man out of time flying around in a 150-year-old ship. Which I do appreciate it, but at the same time, like I'm not going to complain about more TMP era ships, but it's nice to have the thought for immersion there too. Now, this is just the text version of the interview. They actually did a whole video that was posted to YouTube. Here in the video, we get some different angles of the ship, of both the Kitty Hawk and the original Ark Royal. Here goes over this kind of spire thing that is on the original ship, which is kind of cool. Obviously, that's what kind of led to the inspiration of the pod section that was on the Kitty Hawk. Here it is in the ship Taylor. Yeah, we can kind of see more of this back section. Here's all the doors for the carrier, the carrier hangar bays, because this is going to be a carrier. You can kind of see the star drive section down there. And here he's moving over to the Kitty Hawk. Here we're gonna get some better looks at that too. Yeah, here you can see on the Kitty Hawk, the star drive section. It's almost like kind of Excelsior inspired. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Yeah, when I first saw this star drive section, it really reminded me of like the Excelsior refit. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but it looks good. I do like this. Like the Ark Royal also has kind of like a somewhat low hanging secondary hull, not quite to the extent of like you would see on like the Duderstock class. It's not like it's not like it's like hanging off the ship, but it's still like a separate section, because this is there's like more hangar bays down below here, I think. So like that's where like the there would be more hangar bays down there for fighters to go in and out of, because again, like I said, this is meant to be like a big honking carrier. There's another look at that pod section here. Again, Thomas put a pod on it, Marrone. I do like these the open hangar bays with the force fields on it. It's kind of a little sign from the Jupiter too. Like they did that on that ship as well. So I do like that kind of detail. That's a cool thing to add. I hope you get to like actually like see all the way through it. Maybe like see some like fighter pets sitting in the bays like you can on the Jupiter. Yeah, here's a better look at like kind of the underside of the ship. So it kind of like goes down and then kind of it has like a second pod section for the secondary hull. It's kind of neat. Oh, here on the back of the saucer, you can even kind of see like little reminiscent of the Constitution 3 / Shangri-La by kind of making these little cutouts in the saucer section. That's kind of a neat detail. I'm sure a lot of people will think that's pretty cool. But yeah, that is the Kitty Hawk. That I mean, it's a gorgeous looking ship. I'm really into this, but I'm also really into the Ark Royal too. Like, yeah, I'm like Thomas. I'm also like a big fan of these older Star Trek games, and I just I love a lot of these older ships from these older games just as much as like some of the ships from the shows. So it's really cool to see these like finally introduced into Star Trek Online. It's the nostalgia factor is really there. And I know this isn't going to be like, like I said earlier, this isn't going to be Heritage Bundle 2.0, but it's nice that they could squeeze at least one more ship from an older game into this. So that's, and then to remaster it like this, or rather remake it like this into a modern contemporary era ship too. It's so cool to see, but it's also such a classic Star Trek Online move, which is one of the reasons why I love this game so much. But yeah, that's the Kitty Hawk and the Ark Royal. Like I said, they're going to be a carrier type ship that is going to be available in the 15th anniversary bundle, which we still don't have a release date on. But yeah, I'm so hyped for this ship, and I hope you guys are too. And if not, I mean, there's 3 other ships in the bundle. Odds are there's going to be something in there that'll appeal to you. One more thing before we wrap up, Real Merch, who has been selling off some of the remainder of the Star Trek Eagle Moss collection. They are having a really big sale on right now, having a buy 2 get 5 free ships off of select ships from the Star Trek Starships collection from Eagle Moss. So you go here, just click select your ships, it'll bring you to this page, and basically anything with a lightning bolt in the picture on it that is eligible for this sale. So you can get 7 ships among this list for the price of 2. And of course, if you use my discount code STU1701, you can get an additional 10% off your order. So if you're like me and have a somewhat obsessive nature when it comes to collecting model ships, yeah, I'm not kidding, I have a problem, and that problem is that I am out of shelf space. Be sure to check out this sale, and don't forget, use my discount code STU1701 for an additional 10% off. But yeah, I think that's going to be everything. So let me know what you guys think of the Kitty Hawk and the Ark Royal down below in the comments. And while you're down there, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to check out that sale from Real Merch. Be sure to use my discount code STU1701. Or if you'd like to support the channel in another way, you can hit that join button to become a member of the channel to get additional channel perks, or you can find the merch store down below, or you can check out any of the other affiliate links in the pinned comment. Either way though, thank you so much for watching. My name's Stu, and I will see you guys next time.